All right, welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're diving into Google's NotebookLM, a tool that promises to turn all that research chaos into actual, clear insights. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to walk you through everything, from the absolute basics to some really cool pro-level skills. The goal? To show you how to become an instant expert on pretty much any topic using only the documents you actually trust. Okay, let's get right into it. What exactly is NotebookLM? And what makes it such a game changer for anyone who does research or studies or honestly just needs to make sense of a whole bunch of information? Yeah, we've all been there, right? You're drowning in information. It's scattered across like a million browser tabs, random folders on your desktop, and scribbled notes everywhere. It's just overwhelming. And trying to connect all those dots, that's a huge challenge. So this is where NotebookLM completely flips the script. You see, most AI tools, they go out and search the entire internet, which is, vast and often full of wrong information. But NotebookLM, it only looks at the documents you give it. And that's not a weakness, that is its absolute greatest strength. And this whole idea has a name. It's called source grounding. What it means is that every single answer the AI gives you is tied directly back to your specific materials. Why is that a big deal? Well, it massively cuts down on the risk of the AI just, making stuff up, what they call hallucinations. So you get answers that are actually reliable and accurate. And really, that's the whole point. Stephen Johnson, who was on the team that built NotebookLM, he put it perfectly. He said, the goal isn't just about finding information. It's about helping you truly understand it on a deeper level.
Okay, so you're probably thinking, how do I get started? Well, the great news is that building your very own personalized AI, it's actually super, super easy.
I mean, it's really as simple as 1, 2, 3. You just go to the website, click Create New, give your notebook a name, and then you start adding your stuff. And what can you add? Pretty much anything you can think of. We're talking PDFs, text files, your Google Docs and slides, even links to websites. It can even pull the transcript from a YouTube video link. Oh, and of course, you can just copy and paste text right in there. It's incredibly flexible. Okay, now for the really cool part. The main event, really. This is where you actually interact with your documents. And I don't just mean reading them. It's more like having a conversation with a research assistant who's memorized every single word you've given them. You just start asking questions in plain English. And if you're staring at a blank page and not sure where to even begin, don't worry. NotebookLM actually analyzes your documents and suggests some really smart questions to get the ball rolling. Now, this is a feature you've got to pay attention to, the inline citations. When you get an answer, you'll see these little numbers in brackets, right? Think of them as a breadcrumb trail leading right back to your original document. And this right here, this is that source grounding concept in action. You click on one of those numbers and bam, it takes you to the exact highlighted passage in your original document, so you can instantly verify everything and see the full context. It's like having a built-in fact checker for every single answer. Okay, but it gets even better. NotebookLM is so much more than just a Q&A bot. This is where the real magic happens, because it can help you take all your source material and transform it into completely new things. I mean, look at this list. The AI can just create all this stuff for you. You need an FAQ for a super dense report? Done. A study guide, maybe with a quiz for your class notes? No problem. It can even whip up a mind map to help you visualize connections you might have totally missed otherwise. So for example, let's say you've uploaded a dozen scientific papers on some complex topic. You could literally just ask it to create a timeline of all the key research. And just like that, you get a full chronology showing how the field developed over decades. It's an amazing way to get historical context in like 5 seconds. And this reports feature, it's particularly powerful. I love this quote from XDA developers. They said it feels like a superpower. And it really does, because you can tell it to generate content in any format you define. You want a blog post, a project brief, a script for a video? The only limit is really your own imagination. All right, so once you've got the basics down, there are a few pro tips that can really elevate your game and help you unlock the tool's full potential. Okay, first things first, let's just appreciate the scale we're working with here. A single notebook can handle up to 25 million words. That's across 50 different sources. I mean, that is a colossal amount of information, way more than most other AI tools can even dream of handling. And here are a few more tips from the pros. First, remember, garbage in, garbage out. The better your sources, the better your results will be.
It's that simple. Also, see that Save to Note button? Use it. When you get a really good insight from a chat, save it so you don't lose it. And a final one, if you're using Google Docs, remember you can resync them. That way, NotebookLM always has the latest version of your work. So when you put all of this together, something pretty incredible starts to happen. You essentially become an instant expert on your own material. You can recall tiny details, connect disparate ideas, and synthesize information at a speed that just wasn't possible before. And you can see how this applies to pretty much any job, right? A student could upload 20 research papers and get a table comparing all their methods and findings. A project manager could feed it a bunch of meeting notes and get a clean project timeline out of it. Heck, a creative writer could upload all their notes about a fictional world and then start asking questions like, wait, which characters live in this city again?
So if there's one thing to take away from all of this, it's this. With NotebookLM, you're not just using an AI, you're building one. You're creating your own personalized expert, an assistant that's been trained only by you on the stuff that actually matters to you.
This tool really does put an incredible amount of power right at your fingertips. You become the curator of your own personal expert. So, the only question left is, what complex topic are you going to master first?